it's pretty much the same thing at the moment. It's the instant discrimination or instant down looking on people when they're trying to ask for help.
Like everyone else, my brain has just been going 100 miles an hour for no freaking reason whatsoever.
So people always look at people with disability where I know very fine.
It's been easy for me to be able to adjust and adapt to having to do everything that I usually did before COVID here within my home office.
My hearing impairment is very much like when you've got waterlogged ears. It's like talking into a plastic cup where it's muffled, it's distorted, but I don't hear things behind me.
Particularly with the first isolation, I can remember not coping well at all. I found it quite restrictive. I found it like I was going back to square one in some respects with my health levels in every sense of the word.
I've been really hard for me to be home because I'm such a social person. It really interesting because before COVID, I didn't like to be home. But now I'm laughing being home.
It wasn't that hard or difficult for me to having to kind of change my routine.
Put a mask in front of someone's face that covers primarily all I hear. For myself, when I'm looking at someone and interacting with them, I'm going off visual cues. I'm using a lot of lip reading as well. I don't have a visual or audible excuse for having hearing impairment. So a lot of people don't look at me and go, well, I have to speak up or anything like that. So I'm self-confident enough to actually ask people, look, I can't hear you. Can you please speak up? But the looks that you get over the top of a face mask when you do tell someone, I'm hearing impaired, it's one of two things. Either they condescendingly look down or they sigh it off like, oh joy, someone else that can't understand me.
I'm pretty independent for the most part, but there are limitations, and I've had to realise my limitations, and for those limitations, I have support staff. I just require an hour at each end of day just to help me get up, get dressed, and then at the end of the day, settle.
So because my interpretation, like a lot of people with disability are not even eligible for that job either. I'm being compensated because of my disability department.
Any outdoor time that I can get, that's been a godsend.
I haven't been able to engage in any relationship with any man in the last few months, but I do miss that closeness and the physical interaction that a lot of people with disabilities crave.
When you're asking for help, you're not getting it. They may not realize they're even doing it, but it's kind of a little bit of a self-shame, if you will, that you're having to ask them to do something that's out of their comfort zone, even though they're trying to be safe around you. So for me, going out, I try not to at the moment.
There was a huge feeling of just entrapment. I felt trapped in every sense of the word, particularly if you're heavily reliant upon support services. There is some people with disabilities out there that need, half a day or 24-hour support. Now, trying to maintain that, you've got to keep your house clean. You've got to make sure you've got all the right PPE. We have so many other aspects to consider in not only keeping ourselves safe, especially if we have other health conditions that are being maintained.
The person with a disability or who are disabled, they can't go out whenever they want to, because they have to keep on making sure that they are going to be able to go somewhere that it is 100% COVID safe.
If I was to be very, very unwell, like bronchitis or worse, for me to be on a ventilator and things like that, where they need to use, for instance, blood thinners or anything like that, can't use them on me. I can't have high-grade painkillers or muscle relaxants. It will kill me. So for me to be unwell is a risk. So social interaction, it's, do you want to stay healthy? And for me, yes. So it's just easier. Wear a face mask for me, wash my hands, stay at home as much as possible. The stage 4 lockdowns aren't easy, and the ability to expand this little bubble of ours to have an extra person is a good idea, but it doesn't work for all households. So still reach out, make sure everyone's okay, talk on the phone, talk on Zoom, make that contact. We all need it.